You are the type of owner who genuinely tries. You keep the house calm, you lower your voice, you even turn down the TV when your dog seems off. And yet something still feels wrong. Your dog is restless, anxious, never fully settled. Here is the part nobody is talking about: your home is not quiet. Not to your dog. Right now, your smart appliances, your charging cables, your connected devices are broadcasting a sonic storm your dog cannot escape and you cannot hear. Most of us assume that if we cannot hear something, our dog cannot either. That assumption is costing your dog their peace of mind every single day. This video is going to walk you through exactly what your dog is hearing inside your home, why modern technology has made it so much worse, and what is actually happening inside your dog's nervous system when those sounds never stop. Let us start with the biology, because once you understand this, everything else clicks into place. Human hearing tops out at around 20,000 hertz. That is our ceiling. Anything above that frequency is simply invisible to us, silent, absent. But your dog's hearing extends up to 65,000 hertz. Some researchers suggest even higher in younger dogs. That is not a minor difference. That is a completely separate sensory world layered on top of the one you and your dog appear to share. When you walk into a quiet room, you are experiencing one reality. Your dog is experiencing another one entirely. And here is where it gets important. Dogs do not just detect higher frequencies. They are neurologically wired to prioritize them. High-frequency sounds in the wild often signal small, fast-moving creatures, predators, threats. So when your dog's brain picks up an ultrasonic tone, it does not file it away as background noise the way yours might. It flags it. It treats it as information that requires a response. Your dog's nervous system is designed to stay alert to exactly the kinds of sounds your modern home is now producing around the clock. So what is actually making those sounds? This is the part that surprises most people. Let us talk about your smart home. Not the obvious stuff like televisions or speakers, but the devices you never even think about as sound producing. High-efficiency appliances, the kind installed in most homes built or renovated in the last 5 years, use variable speed motors and switching power supplies that emit a constant ultrasonic hum. Your smart refrigerator, your inverter-based air conditioning unit, your washing machine on an eco-cycle. These are not making sounds you would recognize as noise, but at 25,000 to 45,000 hertz, they are broadcasting continuously. EV charging is another one that has become significant. If you charge an electric vehicle at home, particularly overnight, the onboard charging equipment and the wall unit both produce high-frequency electrical noise during the charging cycle. Studies on electromagnetic interference have documented tones in ranges well above human hearing. Your dog, if they sleep anywhere near a garage wall or a room adjacent to your charging setup, is spending the night next to a source of sound you have never once considered. Then there are your smart devices, routers, mesh network nodes, smart speakers on standby. Many of these devices emit low-level ultrasonic tones as part of their normal operation, particularly during data syncing and firmware updates that happen automatically in the background. Your router did not ask your permission before pushing an update at 2 a.m., and neither did it ask your dog. Now layer all of that together. A smart fridge in the kitchen, a router in the hallway, an EV charger in the garage, a smart thermostat recalibrating, a mesh node in the living room. Every single one of these is producing sound in ranges your dog can hear and you cannot, and they are all running simultaneously, all day, all night. This is what your dog is living inside. But let us go deeper, because this is not just about annoyance. This is about what prolonged exposure to unresolvable stimuli does to the canine nervous system. Dogs have a stress response system that works a lot like ours. When a threat is detected, cortisol and adrenaline are released. Heart rate increases. Muscles tense. The brain shifts into a state of heightened vigilance. This is useful when the threat is real and temporary. You spot a predator, you respond, the predator leaves, your system returns to baseline. That recovery phase is critical. It is when the nervous system resets, when the body heals, when the animal genuinely rests. But what happens when the threat never leaves? When the source of stress is constant and invisible, the nervous system cannot complete that cycle. Cortisol stays elevated. The dog never fully drops into a calm state. Sleep quality degrades. Even when your dog appears to be resting, their brain may still be processing those background signals and staying partially activated. Over time, chronic low-level stress like this changes behavior. You start seeing hypervigilance, reactivity to sounds that would not have bothered them before, difficulty settling, interrupted sleep, digestive issues, a kind of baseline anxiety that you cannot trace back to any single event because there is no single event. It is the accumulation of 1,000 sounds you never knew were there. Here is the contrast that matters most. You come home after a long day and you think to yourself the house is calm. The TV is off. Nobody is shouting. This is a relaxing environment. And from your sensory position, that is completely true. You are not wrong about what you perceive, but your dog is not perceiving what you are perceiving. Your dog is standing in that same room, and the room is full. The hum from the fridge compressor is cycling at 38,000 hertz. The router in the hallway just started a background sync. The charging cable in the garage is doing what charging cables do. And your dog's brain, faithful to millions of years of evolutionary programming, is treating all of it as data, all of it as something to monitor, all of it as a reason to stay alert. That is not a character flaw in your dog. That is not anxiety that needs to be trained away. That is a nervous system doing exactly what it was built to do, inside an environment it was never built for. The gap between what you experience and what your dog experiences is not about your dog being too sensitive. It is about your home being genuinely, measurably louder than you realize. And the first step toward helping your dog is simply accepting that what is silent to you is not silent to them. That changes everything about how you approach their environment, their rest space, their daily routine. Not with guilt, with information. If this shifted something for you, the next step is figuring out what to actually do about it. There is a lot to cover there, from mapping the quietest zones in your home to understanding which appliances are the worst offenders. If that kind of practical breakdown would help you, let me know in the comments, and keep watching because there is more here than most dog owners ever get told. Thanks for watching. If you loved this video, scan the QR code on the screen right now to subscribe and join the Pawsome Life family. Give your dog a belly rub for us, and we will see you in the next video.